Fortnite Blitz Royale will probably fail. What would make Blitz amazing? And how I can make Blitz the perfect game mode. Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Scotty and welcome back to yet another Fortnite video. Today's going to be a commentary video. We're going to be talking about the new Blitz Royale game mode inside of Fortnite, but it's not going to be a live commentary, and all of this gameplay you're seeing was actually on my Twitch stream. The reason I'm not doing a live commentary is that this mode is extremely fast paced and I want to be able to actually talk about my points, as well as I might have a 17 win streak on Fortnite right now, and I really don't want to get on and lose that. If you guys enjoy the content and you want to see me keep up the win streak, make sure to follow my Twitch down below where I stream all of these games, as well as hit the sub button and turn on notifications. It'd really help me out. And let's get into the video. So Fortnite came out with Blitz Royale, which is a new action-packed game mode. I'm not going to go over everything about this game mode, but the premise is that each game takes 5 minutes. The idea with this is Fortnite wants you to be able to get in a game while you're doing something or waiting for something and kind of get your fix of Fortnite in this mode. That's what the mode is made for. And it's actually really fun. It's very well made and it's a really good idea, but it does have some pretty big issues that I want to talk about. I've played this game mode for about 2 to 3 hours and it's very, very easy to rack up wins in this game mode. I think it's also supposed to be geared towards mobile players is the idea. So you can get on and play a game on your phone while you're waiting for something. But the biggest issue in this mode by far is the bots. In solos, there's usually more real people than not, but in squads, it's actually horrendous. So much to the point where I played with my community and we had a Switch player in our lobby and we had one game where there were 2 real teams and that's it besides us. In my opinion, the AI thing with Fortnite is a little excessive. They have a bunch of AI in the game and it kind of ruins the flow of the gameplay. I've talked about this before and so many other content creators have also talked about this, but in Blitz, it's really bad. Mainly because this is supposed to be a fast-paced game mode with a lot of action. You do not have any action while playing against bots. It's just boring. And you also don't feel like you're getting better at the game or you're using it as a warm-up because again, you're fighting bots. You're not fighting real people. You're not fighting real players. You're fighting an AI. I think Epic should just take out the bots. It really doesn't make sense to have a mode geared towards fast-paced combat and fast-paced leveling up when more than half of the people you fight in the game are bots. I personally was really upset when I saw bots in this game mode, and it kind of ruined the experience for a lot of the wins that I got because it didn't really feel genuine. As of recording this right now, this game mode literally has 395,000 players, and it actually peaked at 443,000 yesterday, which is insane. There's also a no build only mode, and I'm going to touch on that because there are a lot of people complaining that this is no builds only, but I'm going to break that down and kind of explain why it should only be no builds. And some people absolutely hate no build, but I've seen a couple people say that they hate no build, but they like playing this game mode. I personally think Blitz would be awful if it had builds in it. The reason being is because every time you level up or every time you loot a certain chest, you get a mythic, an exotic, a medallion, or a boon. In most cases, these medallions are super powerful. There's one with Nitro where you can insta break any build you run into. There's also guns you can get that make it so you can break walls super easily. 4 people with the same medallion that can break into your wall, or 4 people with an overpowered gun shooting your wall is not going to make builds balanced or fun. This game mode works in no builds, and I think it should stay a no build only mode. Now I will admit, I think there's not that much movement in the game mode. I feel like they should definitely add shockwaves or some type of movement in the game mode to make it more fast paced. But if they do that, they have to make the map bigger so that the games do last the same amount of time. For a game mode marketed for being super fast paced, there's really not that much movement at all. I don't think there's any movement at all, period. The only movement there is crash pads. Sometimes there's crash pads, and you can get the blink effect or the dash effect. That's it. I think this would be a super unbalanced game mode if there was builds. I don't even think builds would flow well with half of the guns in this meta. If you guys have any other opinions, let me know in the comments below because I'd love to know what you guys think. Would you want Blitz as a build mode, or do you kind of agree with me where it would just not be fun? Now we're going to get into what would make Blitz amazing. And this is my personal feedback and something I've thought a lot about as someone that's played the game a lot, and how I can make Blitz the perfect game mode. So Fortnite made this mode and they kind of marketed it as a roguelike game mode. If you guys don't know, a roguelike game is a game where you fight one level, you complete the level, you can pick a certain upgrade for your character or a certain weapon or things like that. How it works in Fortnite is these upgrades are already predetermined. You obviously don't know them when you're playing the match, but let's say you get to level 2, you get any exotic or mythic gun. You get to level 3, you get any exotic gun. You get to level 4, you get a boon, and you know, so on. When you get to level 5, you get the mythic goldfish. That's all said and good, and that system works well, but it would be 100% better if they rework this in the way I'm going to explain. What if you could pick it yourself?
What do you mean by that?
Let's say you're in the pregame lobby or the battle bus and you have an option of 3 medallions to pick for the entire game. I think that would make it a lot better for everyone. They could pick what medallion, what perk they want. And then when they level up, it's kind of like augments where you could pick what boon, gun, or whatever you want. I think that would add to the roguelike element a lot more and make this game extremely fun. The other reason why Fortnite upgrading your loadout for you doesn't work is because let's say you get a medallion where you have infinite sprint, and then you get a boon or another medallion where you also get infinite sprint. Your loadout is not as good because Fortnite gave you 2 things that do the exact same thing, and it doesn't really mean anything. With the boons you could select, like my idea, it makes it so you can build an insane loadout. It becomes super fast paced and unstoppable by the end of the game. Imagine if you can combine nitro boon and like a different medallion that boosts your speed. You could do a speed build in Blitz and then be incredibly fast. Or you could build something more towards health, or you could just build an insane loadout. This would also be really good because every game is different right now in Blitz, but it would make even more combinations. So much content could be made from this, and that's my perfect idea for how to make Blitz way better. Now, let's talk about why this is good for Fortnite. As you guys know, I've ranted about reload and how reload can be ruining Fortnite Battle Royale and its core game modes, but Blitz is different. Because these games take 5 minutes, it's not like a reload game where reload and normal battle royale are very comparable. Instead, it's either you play 5 minutes or you play a full game. And in my opinion, I don't think Blitz is going to capture people's attention span like reload did, because the Blitz games are super short. I think this is a great mode to keep the attention of players and kind of have like a warm-up mode you can get into that's officially made by Fortnite, and it's not like a creative map or anything like that. It can really prepare you for so many different scenarios with how many boons, abilities, and all this stuff is in the game. It also has current weapons in the game like the Spire rifle and the auto shotgun, the kill switch pistols, etc., and all that stuff. So it's really good. It also feels like people are just playing this now to get the free skin and glider, which if you don't know, you have to do one of the quests for the skin and then you have to win 3 games for the glider. So people are just playing for that and then getting it. Yeah, in my opinion, I think Blitz is good for Fortnite, and I'm really excited to see what they do for this mode in the future because I know it's not permanent. They're taking it away. I think it's on July 15th, which is really not a lot of time, but hopefully we can get some good playtime out of it, and Fortnite will kind of learn from this experience and bring us a more polished version of this game in the future, because honestly, this game mode is really cool and it could be amazing if Epic does the right thing. I want to know what you guys think about Blitz. Do you like it? Do you think it's bad? What do you think could be better for the game mode? Comment down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, reminder, I stream all of my games on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube and TikTok. So make sure if you're subscribed, hit the bell. And if you're not subscribed, hit that sub button and hit the bell for me, please. It helps out more than you know. Keep liking up the video. I'm going to bring more live comms for you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.